Okay, so in this short clip, I just want to share a couple of pointers when it comes to miniature photography. And I'll just say first that I'm no pro, even though I have had a lot of experience in my past in film and worked with professional photographers. I'm definitely not a professional photographer. I'm just a amateur. So model making and building was my thing, but large scale mostly. Yeah, I have a lot of the basic model kits that every kid did, but when I did it in film, we built really, really large models because they photograph better. They always do, because you're looking at scale of lighting. And with model trains like this at HO scale, lighting is important. However, in this case, I only have two 8-foot fluorescent daylight bulbs, which is more than adequate for running live and for painting and building. The lighting's fantastic. And at this point, I just want to encourage that whoever's going to rebudget or build a new layout over, make sure that you budget in for good lighting. You can never really overdo the lighting. But a lot of people that go into a layout, they leave that last on the list. You know, it's sort of an ad hoc thing. And if you plan it in first, you'll never regret it. There's just, it lights up the whole world that you build and the models, and you really appreciate, especially if you like to paint and you want all your weathering to show nice. Now the thing is too, with small models, you can overlight them as well, and that can be a problem because it ends up washing the model out, and they don't even look like the real thing. Like all that nice work of paint that you do, and decaling and weathering, and here you are photographing the model, and you're looking at it. It just looks horrible. Like it doesn't look at all like what the model locomotive looks like to you live. And then you can underlight it where it's just too dark. In this case, I'm just going to share a clip following this, and I'll tell you the settings and the camera. This camera is an older Nikon D5500. It's a SLR mirrored camera. It does video at 1080p at 60 frames per second, which is what I normally shoot at. I have my f-stop at 29, so it's max, so the aperture is as small as I can get it, so that I get a good focal point. Because the autofocus on this camera really sucks. It's noisy and I don't like it, and it's jittery. It doesn't have stabilization. So that's a problem, all right, with miniature photography. And I'm just trying to, economy of the equipment that I have, try to produce a half decent video. So yeah, so it's really, really small aperture, and then try to ramp up the lighting because you're going to need extra lighting to get through that small aperture. But in this case, from this angle, I'm not using any of my additional LED spots, which I do use for some of the other content that I do up close with detailed parts. Well, you can never have enough lighting, it seems, but it just seems like this camera just soaks it up. But anyway, this is just basically the stock lighting that I have. I'll just tilt up here for you. You can see it's just two 8-foot daylight bulbs. That's it. And it's fantastic on the layout. But it doesn't always translate well when you photograph or do video. So I'll just share a quick clip, and just to maybe encourage you, for those that want to do more videos. It's kind of part of the fun in the hobby as well. Okay?